The village of Oakhaven was old, its bones creaking like the ancient oaks surrounding it. Generations had lived and died under the watchful eyes of the trees, their whispers carried on the wind. But there was one whisper darker than the rest, a story told only in hushed tones. It spoke of the shadowed forest, a place where sunlight dared not touch the forest floor. The legend warned of staying within the forest after twilight, for when the moon replaced the sun, shadows moved. They twisted, taking on forms unknown, and they hunted. Emily was a creature of curiosity, her spirit yearning for adventure. She had walked across deserts shimmering with heat, climbed mountains that scraped the sky. Each journey etched upon her soul, a testament to her bravery. The legend of the shadowed forest, far from scaring her, called to her like a siren's song. She yearned to feel the thrill of the unknown, to confront the darkness that haunted the village's whispers. Packing her meager supplies, she felt a familiar tremor of excitement. This wasn't fear, she told herself. It was the thrill of the chase, the allure of the unknown. As the last sliver of sun dipped below the horizon, she entered the woods. The air grew instantly cooler, the silence heavier. Each step deeper into the woods felt like stepping into another world, a world holding its breath. The shadowed forest was a living entity, its presence suffocating. Towering trees clawed at the sky, their branches intertwined, strangling the last rays of light. The forest floor was a tapestry of decay, fallen leaves rotting underfoot, releasing a musty scent that clung to Emily's clothes. As darkness deepened, the forest came alive. Insects buzzed with an unnerving intensity, their chorus a constant hum against the silence. The shadows stretched, twisting familiar shapes into grotesque figures. Emily pressed on, her hand brushing against the rough bark of ancient trees. Their silence was unnerving, their stillness a mask hiding something ancient and powerful. The air grew heavy, thick with an unseen presence. A rustle in the undergrowth sent a shiver down her spine. Her heart pounded against her ribs, a frantic drumbeat against the suffocating silence. Section 4, Shadows Stirring. A twig snapped, the sound echoing unnaturally loud in the stillness. Emily froze, her senses on high alert. She could hear her own breath, shallow and quick. Her eyes darted from shadow to shadow, searching for the source of the sound. There it was again, a soft shuffling sound moving parallel to her path. Something was out there, hidden in the darkness, watching her. The forest seemed to press in on her, the air thick with anticipation. A low growl rumbled through the trees, sending chills down her spine. It wasn't the growl of an animal, it was something else, something ancient, something hungry. Emily quickened her pace, her fear morphing into a primal need to escape. Section 5. Face of Fear. A figure emerged from the darkness, its form seeming to materialize from the shadows themselves. It was tall and gaunt, its limbs unnaturally long and thin. Its skin, pale and stretched taut over its bones, seemed to absorb the moonlight, leaving its features shrouded in darkness. But what chilled Emily to her core were its eyes. They burned with an unnatural light. 2 points of malevolent intelligence piercing the gloom. And then it smiled, a grotesque, unsettling stretching of its lips, revealing rows of sharp, pointed teeth. The creature moved with a disjointed, unnatural grace, gliding towards her, its eyes never leaving hers. A wave of terror washed over Emily, the legend of the shadowed forest materializing before her very eyes. This was no mere story, it was real, and it had found her. Section 6, Flight and Pursuit. Adrenaline surged through Emily's veins. Turning, she ran. She didn't look back, didn't dare to see if the creature was pursuing her. The forest floor seemed to rise up to meet her, roots and branches reaching out like grasping claws. But she pushed on, her lungs burning, her legs screaming for respite. The sound of her pursuer was relentless. A steady, rhythmic thudding like a predator toying with its prey. It was getting closer, Panic welled up inside her, threatening to consume her, but Emily refused to give in. She had faced her fears before. She would not let this forest claim her, not tonight.